We are live.
Live!
Ah,
We are live. Come to us. The JAC Show.
come.
Come to us, Brother Jack. Come to us, Brother Christopher Ryan. We have we have service today. An important service.
Are we doing a Jedi church meeting or something?
No, this is a eulogy.
Oh, for whose death?
This the Wii U. This is and the 3DS. It's a month early, but no one's gonna care when the day arrives, so might as well get it out of the way now. But before we start, I am your preacher slash auditor speaker for this symbolic episode of the Hack Jack Show, the generally beautiful and moronic hack.
And I am the return of the potion seller, Jack.
Indeed, he has returned, and his potions were fruitless in trying to save the Wii U.
No, the Wii U was obviously weak. They couldn't handle my potions.
Oh, and welcome, welcome, brother. Well, hold on, I need it properly. Welcome, brother Ghetto, to the eulogy of the 3DS and the Wii U. Welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. Thank you. But before we go into the deeper things and the remembrance of our consoles, an important question must be asked. So, how was your day, Jack? Anything good?
It's been pretty good. I mean, I don't remember most of the day, mostly because it was just classes, and I was there but not there, as I've been describing it to people.
You were what?
I was there in the class but not there. I was there physically, but my mind wandered.
And it wandered too far, because that's why I couldn't hear you at that last sentence. Oh, but we will prevail, because we do got a show to do, and of course we do thank everyone for waiting for us this long to begin. Couldn't start our usual hour due to some personal errands, but we are here, ready to begin. And hold on, and I gotta do it, Jack. I gotta do it.
Do it.
Welcome, Johnny Cage, to Outworld. This is Raiden summoning you to enter into Mortal Kombat. Do you accept this invitation? All right, enough of that. Ghetto says, "No, not the 3DS store, Lord. Why? Why couldn't it be me, Lord? Why couldn't it be me?" Oh man. Also, Johnny says, "Why are you putting potion on electronic devices? That's hella dangerous." It worked for, I don't know, worked for someone. Johnny says, "Holy shit." I think I made him relive a dream that he always had. He wants to. Johnny may be an artist, but secretly in his heart, he has a heart of a warrior, and he wants to fight for Earthrealm.
He's a warrior.
Only problem is, canonically, there has not been a Brazilian character in a Mortal Kombat game yet. Yeah, which actually, oh my god, there has not been a Brazilian character in a Mortal Kombat game. That's weird.
No Brazilian character in a fighting game? That is weird.
No. Yeah. Street Fighter has has one.
I thought several, no?
Just DJ. No, DJ and Blanca, forgot.
It wasn't there that one girl?
Oh, and Laura. Yeah. Oh, and Sean. Yeah. Okay, so that's 4 characters.
See, I'm telling you.
Tekken has 2 with Eddie and Christy. And I don't think Dead or Alive has a Brazilian character. Which if they don't, that's kind of a waste considering Brazilian women. Then again, they're not petite enough for Japanese standards.
Yeah, but the jiggle physics. I mean, they have that super gyroscopic controller that can do stuff with the boobs.
Johnny said there is a Brazilian goat saint. Just you wait. Oh wait, Johnny. Oh wait. Johnny says the warrior is currently living. There will be no fighting. Oh, sorry to hear that, Johnny. So, but yeah. But back on task. So as you guys could see on the title, it is you see a date, and it's not a random date, folks. In a little over a month, the Nintendo eShop for the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U will be officially closing its digital shop. Also, Ghetto, yes, King of Fighters does have Brazilian people, Brazilian fighters. So yeah, KOF does have one. I think maybe Killer Instinct. Point is, can we pressure Ed Boon to say he's racist against Brazilians so he can add a Brazilian character? And Virgo says he's here to show tribute. He said, "This is not the greatest fighting game in the world. This is merely just a tribute."
Hey, you didn't do the thing with Virgo. Do the thing.
Oh, you're right. You're right, brother Virgo. I apologize. I will now do the thing. Brother Virgo, welcome to the sanctuary of the JAC Show. You have come for a eulogy to surpass all eulogies of the past and whatever will be for something you most likely never used. And that includes all of you. Except maybe Ghetto. Because I can imagine he got a 3DS just for Monster Hunter. Like the weeb he is. Any case. Johnny says, can we not? These new MK characters suck balls. I don't know, man. Maybe you know what? Maybe MK12 can still bring it back. You can hold your breath for MK12 with slower combat, more dull designs, and maybe another moment where a streamer confuses Jax for a curvaceous woman. Maybe in the future. Maybe. Back on topic though. So this will be taking charge a bit, Jack. But I'll make sure to have your 2 cents in, because one would say unfortunately, but fortunately, you never had the pleasure of owning a 3DS and a Wii U, correct?
Not a Wii U, but neither.
Right, because back in this since his high school days till today, Jack's all about that PC life. And with the Switch, honestly, being the only exception.
Well, no, here's the thing. I've had other consoles. It's just that
before high school.
Same. Yeah, still had other consoles, even in high school.
Yeah, but you mostly played on PC. You primarily.
And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because
Xbox
they were free to play.
And
they were free to play.
In a 5-figure discount sort of way, yeah.
No, literally, most of the games that I played were free to play.
That's also true too.
And literally, the reason why I couldn't play it on my Xbox is because anytime when I asked for a goddamn gold membership, they never gave it to me, and they gave me a Wii, which, okay, before everyone attacks me, I liked the Wii. I enjoyed the Wii.
Lies.
But just don't end up giving me Naruto Shippuden. And that's it. It gave me, of course, the Wii came with the Wii Sports. And I had my fun with that. Then my brother got Naruto Shippuden, something he liked. But again, since the Wii was in my room, he never played it. Barely. And then the times when I wanted to play Smash or Twilight Princess or anything else, they were borrowed from a friend, and I never saw them again.
As is the tales with any Hispanic household in the old video games. The one person, it's always a struggle of being so close but yet so far.
Yep, and worse. And worse, anytime when I did own some sort of thing, literally I lost my GameCube because my dad was eyeing it and wanted to sell that when I had my Wii.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
all the things that what led me to PC gaming was literally my own family taking piece by piece my consoles away.
You will own nothing to be happy.
If I keep thinking about this, I'm gonna go into my villain arc again.
Save it, drama queen. Because we're not talking about the Wii, or your Wii in this case. We're talking about
Maui.
the Wii. Grow up. That everyone made that joke when they first heard the name. And they're talking about the current, the Wii U. Now, of course, this eulogy may not affect everyone. John, such as Johnny, who's always pirated Nintendo games. So for him, this changes nothing. But at least bring some perspective into the situation. And of course, Johnny, with the reference earlier to Jax, she kind of bad though. I love it. I still love. I still rewatch that clip from time to time. And Virgo says, "No, not the 3DS store. Take my brother and all my dog. Just not that. How else? How else
Goodbye,
is Virgo
Leo.
gonna? How else is Virgo gonna play Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition?"
uh, that's how much
Or
Leo's price is. The whole 3DS store, and not even
so
enough. It had to add in the dogs too.
now, because the sudden because the stores are closing soon, I have been for behind the scenes and just quietly, I have been trying to essentially do make my last purchases. So to be like, you know what, this is to where this is all I want from these consoles, and after that, I'm done. There'll be no more new games for it for the foreseeable future. I've actually finished with the my Wii U, which was pretty easy considering that now that all the Mega Man Battle Network games are gonna be on the collection, I have no reason to buy them individually. So that saves me a lot of money. Uh, the GBA games, which for some reason took seven years to be put on Switch when the Wii U always had them for like years now. They'll Nintendo.
Oh, and a small
I already
comment
got
about that. Uh,
I'll mm-hmm.
how is it possible that? Okay, actually, let me ask you the question since you had the 3DS. What
Yeah.
did the GBA games or the Game Boy games in general, did they play well on the 3DS?
Yes.
Then how the hell am I getting lag on the Switch?
Um,
I was literally playing
I
Super
don't
Mario
know.
Land 2, and if I have two fireballs and then an enemy character running down, it starts stuttering like crazy until the fireballs go away from the screen.
That's what it's called, poor emulation.
No kidding.
Yep. So it's like I said, Tell's gonna Nintendo. They're gonna mess up on something that they did before. Uh, and so I can't give you a genuine answer other than ineptitude. That's really it. Johnny, he shares that there was a Brazilian show that had a contest when the Nintendo Wii came out. The person who's in the video cry "We the funniest" got the console for free. It's the stupidest shit ever. Hey, that whoever did got a free Wii. Granted, granted they probably used it for about a month or two, and then they probably collect the dust since then.
Mine was used
Nevertheless,
as the door stopper.
nevertheless, um, as far as all the Wii U games, I am good. I'm content, and even like the actual Wii U games worth playing, literally all of them are on the Switch. So there's honestly nothing to go back to. As far as I'm concerned, until the hardware stuff stops working, my Wii U is just gonna be the box where I occasionally play Bayonetta and Tekken Tag 2. That's really is all. That's real. That says a lot, Jack, doesn't it? The console after 11 years since its debut has shrunken down to just being a box to play these very specific games.
I mean, yeah, it certainly has become a nostalgia box. That's pretty much it. But
No, there's no nostalgia for the Wii U. You kidding me?
oh,
It, that
there
this,
will be eventually.
no, because that implies people actually owned one. Jack, aside from me, do you know anyone else who legitimately owns a Wii U?
I only know you were the only person that owned a Nintendo product in general that I knew.
Says a lot, doesn't it?
Touche.
It will be
Touche.
known as now the 3DS, maybe. But granted, as far as my experience, the 3DS was either the thing you used to play Pokemon or the thing you used to play Monster Hunter. And the unfortunate thing was, I used that thing to play Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Fire Emblem and Street Fighter and Tekken. So I literally got the console for the games that was not popular for it to begin with. And it wasn't until recently that I actually know another person, that being Virgo, who actually play SMT4. So imagine that, how long it took me to find someone else who's actually played that game. Ghetto says, and now no more Devil's Third Online. Oh, the humanity. The humanity. Johnny says, it's been 11 years. God damn. It has. It definitely has. So now, I'm not going to document all the failures of the Wii U in 3DS, because a whole bunch of YouTubers would have gone into very much detail explaining all the pitfalls Nintendo went through those consoles, and all just the bad business decisions that led to the 3DS doing, in the long run, good but not great, and for the Wii U to die a quick death. So instead, I'll give a more personal account of of my experience with those two consoles. Oh, and before I actually move on that, because I actually interrupt my previous thing, so I actually did get one final Wii U game,
Hmm.
like my legit last one, and it came in the mail today because I actually won an eBay bid for it.
Oh wow.
And yep, and and gentlemen, everyone in the chat, you are now looking, and this is probably the only person you'll know who actually owns a physical copy of the Wii U version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Because it was cheaper to get that while having Wii U and not have to get another Switch.
Dang, I forgot to put the voice meter thing. I put a clap sound. So for some reason it starts with a laugh. I don't know why, but it was clapping for you. Just know that that's what it was doing.
I'll believe you. Virgo says the Wii U is better than the PS5. Well, until the digital store closes, it will be, because the Wii U at least has games. It at least has games. But yeah, for less than $30, I was able to get a used copy of Breath of the Wild. Haven't tested it out yet, so who knows if it's a good copy. But hey, it was I won the bid. I won the bid. I got it. Now I can. Now I own what is the modern day version of the GameCube Twilight Princess.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Ghetto says he's only known two people had a Wii U, and one of them just bought it for Xenoblade X and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, understand. Xenoblade X, that is still to this day the one JRPG I own that I just can't. I can't. It's ever Jack. You ever played a game that sometimes is too much?
Yeah, a bit.
That's Xenoblade X. Well, it's too much. So, because you got the regular mechanics of the Xenoblade games, where it's like the MMO combat, all about positioning and using your skills at integral moments, along with their own effects and statuses and so forth. On top of that, you also have this whole thing where you have to build like a little relationship mechanic to not just individual people, but to whole communities within your colony. And I haven't even got to the part where you get your own mech suit yet, and I have no idea how that works. So Xenoblade X is an extremely ambitious game that pretty much throws you in the deep end at the start, and you're like, "Well, good luck figuring this stuff out."
Huh.
Johnny K says, "Can it run FIFA though?" I wouldn't know. The Wii U never got a FIFA game.
Can it run Crisis?
That's how poorly it was. Poorly probably, Jack. It probably run Crisis poorly. But the Wii U was so unsuccessful, it didn't even have a FIFA game or a Madden game. The best it got was at launch an NBA 2K game, and that's it.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I know, but it's a barometer because everything gets a sports. Every console gets a sports game, so it should tell you how bad the Wii U did when it couldn't even get the games that belong on everything or that come out on everything.
I mean, I consider those type of games like a plague. So it's like trying to.
I know, but
it's like trying to say, oh
but
yeah, I have 2 STDs. How about you? I have one. Wow, you suck. You only have one STD.
oh my, I mean that's what you used to view with, but you understand what I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So again, you a hardware is nothing without software, and the Wii U lacked it severely. Virgo says Breath of the Wild stream when? Never, because I don't want to be number one. I don't have the means to, and number two, that's a game I just play on my own time, and there's nothing fun about me not commenting months, just doing like the fifth shrine afternoon. Ghetto says, does it have battle toads? No, no, it does not have battle toads. Chatty says, how dare you? Well, what did I say about FIFA?
No, it was about me saying about FIFA.
Oh, I guess it's gotta catch them all. Gonorrhea is evolving to super gonorrhea. So yeah, so I got my final Wii U game. That'll be it. And as far as the 3DS, um, I'm actually looking into seeing what could be the last 3DS game because the ones I want to play, I got them. I have no interest in Fire Emblem Fates. I have no interest in playing the original Luigi's Mansion again. I got all the major games. I think the only thing I'll probably get just to have it would probably be Majora's Mask 3D, which wouldn't send me back behind because that game's been discounted to just $20. So
Ooh,
most like, oh wow, the last two games for my systems will be Zelda games. And I already did play A Link Between Worlds. I enjoyed it, but it's not. I don't for as much love and praise that it got. I didn't find that game too memorable. At least for me.
I mean, it was a fun
Uh,
game, but I don't know. To me, it still seems like any other Zelda.
it really is. I think people hyped it up because it's
Equalitis,
you,
maybe?
not sequelitis, because you know what it is. I think people hyped it up because a lot of Zelda fans got really burned from Skyward Sword.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, it's very funny, Jack. Sometimes it just takes one game for people to retroactively hate a design trend that's been working for a series. But then you get that one, not even bad game. Skyward Sword is not even bad. It's just flawed. It takes one flawed game. Now all of a sudden people are like, maybe those 3D Zelda games aren't really as good as we think they are. But then when Breath of the Wild comes in, oh man, yeah, Zelda's good. This is back, man. We're blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny how people's minds works. It's just funny. Nevertheless, um, so it was from my personal experience. Now, would you believe me, Jack, that the only reason I wanted to get a 3DS, which is what I got first, the old 3DS, because, and I kid you not, the only reason why I got a 3DS was because that was the only way for me to play Street Fighter 4 at the time.
Yeah, I do remember you vaguely said something about that when we were playing it together one day.
Mm-hmm. And the funny part is, considering how, you know, I think at the time, because I've been so used to having Nintendo consoles, the thought never occurred to me just to simply ask my parents, hey, can I have a PlayStation or an Xbox? And I would have played, admittedly, better versions of Street Fighter 4. So, and I didn't broaden my horizons in gaming wise. And I was under the mindset of once you have that one console, you're kind of stuck with it until the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a bit of Nintendo fanboyism, but honestly, especially during that time, um, it was more so just a little being like, man, I kind of got the short end of the straw, but I'll make the most of it. Sure, I missed out on Mass Effect. Sure, I missed out on Halo 3. Sure, I missed out on Skyrim. Sure, I missed out
Wow,
on
you're
Fallout
really
3.
you're really
I'm
you missed
like,
out on a lot.
yeah, sure, I missed. Well, let me think of one more. Uh, Sure, I missed out on Left 4 Dead. Sure, I missed out on Portal. Sure, I missed out on Gears of War. Sure, I'm
Man,
actually
the man
actually
has
no.
become a hermit just because of his one decision.
Actually, now that I've played Uncharted, I don't I don't care much for Uncharted.
Yeah.
It insists upon itself. Johnny Case Johnny Cake says, "Always thought Zelda was kind of mid." I understand, but I mean I love Zelda, but I also appreciate the fact that Nintendo, or at least the dev teams around Zelda, they always try to do something to make sure no Zelda games ever the same, even if they use the same assets. So each Zelda experience is unique on its own. It's gonna Some people will like whatever gimmick it brings for this game or for the last game, or maybe sometimes they want something more bare bones and so forth. Nevertheless, there's a type of Zelda game that fits for anyone, and that's how much they are just experimenting and improving upon their game designs. Johnny Alexi Virgo says Dream Job's distance is golden though. Yeah, but I have a PS2, so I didn't grow up with Kingdom Hearts. I got a GameCube. The closest I got to Kingdom Hearts as a kid was watching one of my childhood friends play it on his PS2, and being confused as to why Donald, why Donald and Goofy are hanging out with this Sora kid.
I still wonder that to this day.
It's because of the heart.
The heart of the
Ghetto
cards.
says, no, it's heart. Zagato says, I bought a 3DS just for Kingdom Hearts 3D. Hey, man, they got your money. So, and if it was worth it, apparently that Kingdom Hearts game is pretty good, from what I've heard. So it must have been worth it, and maybe the Monster Hunter games. Johnny says those miles you put on the DS helped you beat Jack's sorry ass when he did the sure you can wake up, speak proud.
No, not the miles on the DS. Definitely not. I would say the
Like
miles now. The miles for the DS was like him driving 10 miles an hour. The miles now was actually a significant help. And me, it was the opposite. I played a lot of Street Fighter 4 back then. I stopped, and now I was like I was struggling playing any character. So also to add another side note, I didn't realize that the Ultra Street Fighter 4 did a lot of quality of life changes that actually did help the game because I I exploited the hell out of the ultras.
hold on.
Do you remember
It's
the exploit for the ultras?
no. What was the exploit?
Basically, this from Super Street Fighter and back, the ultras for some reason would suction in the enemy. Like it would just like lock them into you.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm starting to remember it now. Okay, yeah.
remember every single time you jumped, and you know back then you couldn't really block while you were in the air.
No.
Any single time you jumped, I would do an ultra, and it would get you right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Which
you can't do that because the Ultra has to be exactly right, and on top of that, you don't have iframes anymore.
Exactly. So
So it was
yeah,
literally just didn't realize the quality of life changes and just not practicing enough.
that's true. Guys, I kid you not. I played so much Street Fighter on my 3DS. I wore off the rubber off the little control stick.
I remember that.
Uh, uh, yeah, that's how much I played it. And in fact, according to my the essentially the recorded data of all the games I played, how long I played, Street Fighter 4 remains my most played 3DS game with the most times that I have opened the game and the longest hours I have played it, which currently is above 3,000 hours.
Damn.
No, I'm sorry. No, that's a bit too high. Sorry. Over 300 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a bit more realistic. But yeah, I played a lot of Street Fighter
I mean,
4.
they're
I
both
did.
realistic. It's just one more obsessive than the other.
That's true. See, see. I'm not as obsessive I could have been. Ghetto says he had a PS3 and he missed out on all those games. But I mean, yeah, but you had the option technically. Everyone's child is different, but but you weren't limited by what you didn't have. You either just choose to not get them, or they just weren't the game that interested you at the time. I didn't have that option. Johnny K says so he wasn't hanging out with Dotto because Daffy. I'm not gonna start, but Johnny, thank you. I needed a good
Duffy
laugh.
Duke.
Daffy Duke. So
Why is it making me laugh now too? After I watched that, it was stupid. And I'm like, I understand the reason why he laughs at this. It's the same reason I laugh at Potion Seller. I am fine with this. If I don't fully understand it, I am fine with this.
so moving on before we go into another before we step into Johnny's frame trap of a joke right there. Um so yeah, I initially got 3DS just for Street Fighter 4, and I did get some other games at launch, or one other game. That being the first Muso game ever played. Which, yeah, you're familiar with the term Muso?
I don't remember, to be honest. It sounds
Okay,
familiar, but I don't remember.
do you know? Are you aware of the Warrior series?
No, then.
Okay, so so I'll describe it. Let me know if you start to remember. So what Muso is a type of action genre, particularly from Japan, where it's all up where you control where you play in this big field, and it's an action game. So you have a bunch of combos to do cool stuff. But the idea is that you're leading an army and you're fighting against an opposite army,
Oh. Okay,
and you're
yeah.
trying to take over outposts and do objectives while you're beating up like hordes of enemies.
Then yes, I remember them.
Yeah. The most popular ones would have to be Dynasty Warriors, which is
Yeah.
essentially Japan's the Japan having fun fantastical times in ancient China. So now the one I got was actually was called Samurai Warriors. So instead of being about whatever Chinese dynasty, it was about a certain period within Japan, and I enjoyed it. Like surprisingly, um, I I could believe that because Tecmo Koei were able to make a Warriors game on the 3DS and have it run reasonably well. I would not be surprised if that was what Nintendo would be like. All right, you did pretty good. Now make the Zelda Muso game for the 3DS. So I would not be surprised if that was the reason why, and the fact that it was a launch game. So from the get go, Nintendo Tecmo Koei were already buddy buddy. Yeah, and it explains why the Wii U got the better version of Ninja Gaiden 3 before the rest of the consoles did,
Hell yeah.
which I actually did play, and I never played the original Ninja Gaiden 3. Apparently it's extremely bad. And what I've played from Razor's Edge, which is essentially the fixed version of the game, I enjoyed it, although it's definitely a different type of action game compared to Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, and it took me a while to kind of figure that out because I kept dying on just on like the first sub boss. It was like this giant robot spider. It
Yeah,
took me
that's usually how it goes.
it took me a while to realize, oh wait, be like literally the answer was be aggressive, be aggressive.
Yep.
That was the answer. Just keep on hitting and fighting. Don't worry so much about dodging and weaving. Just hit, fight, 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 hit, hit, hit. Press the X, 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 and the Y, Y, Y. So that was fun. Um, so that's 3DS. Now for the Wii U. Funny enough, you want to know? I never told you this, but you know what's the reason why I got the Wii U?
Why?
I only got the Wii U because again, I didn't have the foresight to think of just asking. It was literally asking for a different console, and I couldn't just ask for a PlayStation or an Xbox. But I wanted the Wii U because it was the next Nintendo console, and because it had Batman Arkham City.
My God. Okay, that's
And
frustrating. That is
and
very
and
frustrating.
and probably the only unique version of that game because it's the only Batman game that Batman has this weird tablet on his gauntlet.
Oh my fucking God, are you serious?
I am extremely serious. Like it's still the same game as all as the other versions of Arkham City. The only difference is that they slightly upgraded the model so that Batman has this screen on his gauntlet. Now, I don't know how well that game ran on 360, PS3, or PC, but I'll tell you this. At the time when I got the game, I put up with it, but replaying it, that game lags horribly when enemies are on screen. Horribly.
I
to
figured.
the to the point that you essentially I mastered how to do the Arkham combat in slow motion.
Man, stuck in cinematic mode perpetually for 24/7.
No, the game never crashed or anything like that, but yeah, when there's a lot of enemies on screen, the game slowed down. And I did 100% the game, or at least like all the stuff you can do in the single player, excluding Riddler challenges and all that. So I had fun with it. I made the most of it, and like with it, like 3DS and the Wii, I also made the most of what I got from the Wii U. The Wii U was when I is how I got my first Tekken game. Because up until then, my only experience with Tekken was, and I remember it. I remember it. And Jack, you might remember the story. Do you remember the Fiesta on on Edgebrook?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember my family used to go to that Fiesta quite a while. And for those who don't know, Fiesta is just a grocery chain store here in our city. And in that specific location, it's probably gone by this point, but it had a Tekken 3 cabinet. And anytime I was at the Fiesta, I always asked for quarters to play Tekken 3 just so I could lose because I never understood how to play Law. But because he was Law, because he was Bruce Lee, it was like that was the only reason why I played. I didn't play anyone else. Except maybe Yoshimitsu, because Yoshimitsu. Yato says you merely adopted. Hold on. Make sure I can do this right. You merely adopted the leg. I was born to it, raised by it. How was that?
You forgot the molded bite.
Oh well, well it wasn't in the in Ghetto's quote, but
Oh,
I'll include it. Molded by it. There you go.
there you go.
Johnny says all this show because you wanted Batman to have the latest iPhone or whatever. Oh, hey, it's look for what at the time it was a decent port. Not technically wise, but the fact that that version of the game had all the DLC. So for me, it was like I got the full Batman game without having to pay extra money for the costumes, for Nightwing, for Robin, and for the extra DLC campaigns. So and it was priced at $60. So hey, I got decent value out of it. It just
I'm
didn't
sure you
run.
did. I'm just
Hey,
disappointed.
hey, I 100% the game. I got the most out of it.
No,
But you know
yes,
what?
I'm sure you did. Yes, you did. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just shocked the fact that you said, "Can you get me a Wii U?" Why? Because I want to play Batman Arkham City. And then your parents are probably looking at the Xboxes and the PlayStations with the same game. They probably didn't think any better at the same time, but they're like, "All right."
They didn't know. As far as they know, it was a new game for a new console.
Yeah, so I'm like, but now with the future information,
Hindsight.
yeah, you're like, probably shouldn't have gone something else.
Yeah, like I said, I shot myself in the foot on that one. However,
Twice, one on each
uh,
foot.
hey, but I got the best version of Tekken Tag 2. And you know why? Because it's the only Tekken game to this day that has the largest cast, that largest roster of characters, and it's the only Tekken game where you can have Heihachi dress up like Mario and not be a mod.
I
Think about
guess
think about that. And
I'm
also,
thinking.
just like with Bam Arkham City, that version of Tekken literally included all the DLC. So I got the whole game I got the entire game plus DLC at the retail price,
I
and
mean,
I
I guess
played
they
the
have to sell the Wii U somehow.
crap out of. Oh, but of course, but for those who do know their Tekken history, it is sad though because as much as I love Tekken Tag 2, this is Jack. Just the coincidences that the best version of Tekken Tag 2 is on Nintendo's worst selling console, and Tekken Tag 2 is the series' worst selling game. Johnny, you say you can spell the. I ain't coping. I'm telling the truth, man. I ain't coping. And look, I had fun with the Wii U. I'm not gonna pretend here and be like I'm suffering. It was just like, nah. I legitimately for the games I was able to play, I did had a good time. I had a great time. Uh, I had a great time playing the first Injustice before, well, which as just a game before that series really ran off course, and I thought more than 2 seconds about the story. What else? I enjoy the Mario 3D world. They're fun. It's a I almost 100% of that game, but at a certain point I was like, you know what? I played enough. There's no need. There was a lot of there was a lot of neat games I found on the eShop, including a racing game that's basically F-Zero, except with some extra mechanics added in, but it was basically F-Zero. And you know what? That's neat. That's neat. It's not F-Zero, but it's close enough.
If I learn how to make a game with this project that I'm doing for my class, like if I learn well, I think that's gonna be another project. Making
Let
an
me
F
know.
Zero type game. That'll be
Let,
fun.
well, let me know when you learn to do mode 7.
I'll bet I will.
No, because that's no, because then you're limiting yourself.
I will. I don't care.
Jo- Johnny says, "Don't think about the story. Just pick up a hero and beat up your homies," which is what I did. And I can tell you, Johnny, for in the first Injustice, my mains were Nightwing, Green Arrow, and Killer Frost. Oh, and Bane. So out of all of them, I no wait no Bane. No, he's a top tier, but Solid Grundy was the was the one that like almost like broke the game along with Batman and Deathstroke.
I'm surprised Green
But
Arrow had like a pretty good combo set.
oh yeah, he did. And I played him, and it was also around the same time the Arrow show was just starting, so that was also getting a little into Green Arrow. In fact, in that first game, there was a DLC costume where you can dress up as Green Arrow from the
You
CW
have
show.
failed this city.
And not just the costume, but even they even got Stephen Amell, the actor, to record dialogue for when you pick that costume.
I have failed this marriage.
Twice. Johnny Johnny Cake says his mains are Nightwing, good, Green Arrow, good, and Deathstroke, boo, because he has no shame. You are so close, Johnny. I would have even accept Batman or Superman, but you just had to pick the guy with the spammable projectile. Johnny says sounded yeah he did yeah he probably recorded those lines in an afternoon. Not so yeah he did sound it did sound like he was phoning it at him. So now I do want to say that I am I do want to recognize the fact that Nintendo has closed digital shops before. The Wii U shop, closed some odd years ago. The Wii shop, I should say, the origin the original the Wii shop channel, and so this is nothing new. But it's something that I was very much into during my high school days, and had a lot of fun gaming memories, and just the fact that in spite of the observant failures and the poor and honestly, I'll say it, the poor decisions on my end for wanting to get the next Nintendo console, because you got to keep in mind from my perspective. I love I love Nintendo ever since I had a GameCube, and their games always provided a lot of entertainment since I was a kid and all the way through the Wii years. And it was really kind of at the late end of the week that I was really looking to seeing what the competition had. But that kind of that double-edged sword loyalty to Nintendo is ultimately what kind of uh made picking a wide decision of picking a console. That was never gonna succeed. It was a failure from the get-go, because the because you gotta remember, Jack, Wii came out in 2012, and it wouldn't be till like a year later that's when the PS4 and Xbox One came out. And despite those consoles have their own problems, both of them had better hardware and more impressive looking games at launch than what the Wii U had.
Hmm.
So it is. And as well, the PS3 and Xbox 360, their digital stores are still accessible to this day. You know, you could boot up an old PS3 still long on the PSN and still get something from those stores. That's probably what a lot of ways people can play at least the popular PS1 games without emulating it, because it's on the PS3 store. That won't be there forever, but it the fact that the PS3 and 360 you can still get games from those digital stores now, and there's been no even news of them shutting down anytime soon,
Oh no,
says a
that's where
lot.
you're wrong.
Oh, that.
The
Oh,
Xbox
that.
360 is going to be shutting down. Let me double check
Well,
what date.
I stand corrected on that, but the point still proves it took until Xbox 360 came out 2005. If the digital store, if it took to this year, or at least sometime in the future for it to shut down,
Oh,
I'd say that's a good run.
oh, wait, hold on. I'm in the wrong. It was quote unquote the Xbox 360 marketplace shutdown posted in error, says Microsoft.
Posted an
Uh,
error.
let's see. The original article being posted on the Microsoft official support page naturally caused confusion when spotted by Reset Era user Storm. Uh, it was made even more convincing by Microsoft legitimately announcing a removal of some games earlier in February. Uh, moving on from the Xbox 360 perhaps makes some sense, as Microsoft has made dozens of games before, though it's confirmed that no more titles will be made backwards compatible for when. I mean, that's all it says on the title. I don't really see where it says. Oh, right here. Speaking to IGN, a Microsoft spokesperson not only said the article was posted accidentally, but also confirmed that the Xbox 360 marketplace will not be shut down in May 2023. This message was posted in this is in quotations. This message was posted in error, and we can confirm the Xbox 360 marketplace will not close in May 2023. As a reminder, beginning on February 7, 2023, a limited set of games, add-ons, and in-game content will no longer be available to purchase. So
I
that's what he said.
I, I see. So, kind of what Nintendo's doing. But hey, look, I'll reiterate. It's 2023. Xbox 360 came out in 2005. That's a that's a that's a good amount of time. And I would not be upset if Microsoft the next day announced they're shutting down Xbox 360 marketplace, because at least I get it, and it's been long enough time for Billy. You know what, Xbox, you did a good job. You were, you won that generation early on before PS3 just steamed you over with having like games people bridged it in. But good job. Johnny K says, Superman, you crazy. Some dude got booed on a pro tournament for winning with him.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have
uh,
lost to Superman. Did they think about that? Just
oh
don't
yeah,
lose.
Superman was definitely a broken character in Injustice.
Yeah, but just don't
Ghetto
lose.
says that's Ghetto says he goes for the PSN store. That's the only way to play God Hand without paying a crazy amount or emulating it. That's true. That's true. So now so yeah, when the announcements that the PS3 store and 360 marketplace on shut down, that's when that's when you see a whole bunch of YouTube videos reminiscing about that. But for the Wii and 3DS, be honest, no one's gonna miss it when it's gone. Maybe some people on the 3DS and for Nintendo diehards, but like people who are that diehard loyal to Nintendo, they don't really make up a large market share of the game industry. So that's to me that's kind of the sad thing, is that once that day that title, once that pass, obviously nothing's gonna change the grand scheme of things. But the sad part is that there's no gonna be a sense of loss, even for people like me who own both things and collect a lot of games with all those things throughout the years. You know, obviously there's a sense of moving on from it, but at the same time, you know, people when you look at old consoles, especially the GameCube, people miss the GameCube. People miss the N64, even if the N64 had a lot of similar problems to the Wii U. People miss the Super Nintendo. People miss the PlayStation 1 and 2. The Wii U and 3DS, for as much as either really great games or really uncovered or hidden gems that those consoles had, those aren't they're not the type of games that I gotta tell you, oh, you guys gotta get on it now before it goes away. No, not really. They're fun games, but your life's not gonna improve, or you won't be playing something that's gonna blow your mind if you don't play them. So to me, that's kind of the sad part of it. And it's gonna be, and this period of Nintendo is essentially gonna be looked back with like essentially a lot of growing pains, since this was the first generation, the first HD generation of Nintendo, the first time having a bigger online presence that was more than what the Wii was capable of. And that's not to say there are a lot of great things. Heck, look at Mario Kart 8, an originally Wii U game, but because of what the hardware was stuck on, it couldn't live up to its potential. And now look at it. That game is still going strong to this day and still getting content because it's on a larger on a larger system that have a lot more people willing to play it. So it's a little sad, but I had my good times with it. I accept the it was poor decision, but I don't but I don't but I don't feel any regrets of still owning it, and I'll probably still play on my 3DS and my Wii U until they officially die, and that'll be it. And by that point, then I'll probably buy the first two Bayonetta games on Switch.
Oh, speaking of which, talking to the ether because I don't really know if many Pokemon fans. Those of you that still have your 3DS, and I don't really have the games, but if you have Pokemon on your 3DS, please make sure to go and download Pokemon Bank before they shut down the shops. Because when you do, of course, Pokemon Bank has a monthly service, but as soon as the shops go down, uh, Pokemon Bank will be free of service. Like, it doesn't have to pay monthly. That way, in case if you want to try to transfer any Pokemon from your 3DS to the current consoles, well, now you still have that option. That's been the only thing that I can remember for the 3DS.
So, for any of you who own X, Y, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, or Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, look out.
You got to do it quick.
Man, man, I, I still remember at least back in high school, me and other people with 3DSs and not being able to really like play with them because I didn't own Pokemon and I had no interest in Pokemon. I think the
And I
closest I
wanted to
got.
play Pokemon.
Uh, oh well. At least I got some good single player play some really good single player games.
At
Like
least
Shin
I
Megami
wooed
Tensei.
a at least I wooed a fairy for a little while.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Like I said, great memories, great moments. When Jack wooed a fairy by being incredibly narcissistic.
Yep.
Remember, fellas, if you want a girl to notice, you say, don't say I want to know more about you, girl. No, you say, girl, I want you to know more about me. That's the trick. And I guarantee you, your party will increase by one.
The more you keep saying it, the more it sounds like an elevator pitch.
Elevator pitch. Hey, hey, I got proof. You're proof that it works within a
Yeah.
certain context, but it works.
Literally my thought process. Nah, this one was too corny. I don't know. She doesn't seem like the type that would like this one. The other one, it's a little cheesy too, so I just went with this one. That was it.
Oh man.
That was my thought process.
Oh,
I don't even remember why you needed the fairy. Why did you need the fairy?
I just need to grow my team, and with the way SMT works um that is that whatever demons you have in your party, if as you progress in the game, you can fuse them to become stronger demons.
Okay. And this man was a bully to his own team, extorting everyone for money.
Hey, they're not people; they're demons. So I don't have to treat them with respect.
Literally, uh, literally threatened one of the demons for more money, and they're like, "Okay, fine, here."
Hey, you would do the same thing if you're my options and you had to play through the beginning of SNC4 and how much that kicks your behind. Like that game curve stops you in the beginning until you wisen up that nah you gotta learn how to hustle. That's the only RPG I know in which hustling is required. It's not an option, Jack. It's required. That game is the little definition of what's that phrase? Uh, Not hustle and flow. God dang it! Never mind. I had something there, but my melanin count was too low for it. Ghetto says, "Girl, I want to cheat you to do a fucking infinite." Marvel, baby, Marvel. That's what Wooly should have said when he saw those two hot bisexual twin girls. I still remember the way he said that. His tone, his cadence when Wooly said that when that moment happened. Oh, amazing, amazing. Never forget. Hashtag never forget. Oh man. Oh, by the way, Jack, are
Mm-hmm.
you at all gonna play Tears in the Kingdom in spite of its $70 price tag, or will you be skipping it or waiting for like a price decrease or something?
Depends on how the voucher is gonna work. I was thinking of buying the Nintendo voucher since
Sure.
it'll give you two free games. The Nintendo voucher is $100, and you get two virtual tickets to get two games to claim two games.
I see.
And I was gonna do Splatoon and Tears of the Kingdom if they let me have Tears of the Kingdom.
You might want to read the fine
Because
print before you spend that. Then
because I know they have a lot of recent games, like a lot of recent $60 games that are in the Nintendo voucher stuff. So I would rather save myself $20 on because really I'm saving myself 30 because if it's a $60 and a $70 and I'm only paying 100, then I'm saving like $30 there.
right. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of hubbub about that price tag on the Twitter,
It's
and
I don't know.
like yeah, it's I don't see why it should be priced that way. Either case, it's not like that game's gonna go away, or at least not in the immediate future. It probably no Nintendo probably will. So I will not get the game when it comes out, but you bet your sweet behind I'm gonna get that used.
The
So I
thing
guess
though is that I'm worried about two things. One, if I'll need context from the previous Zelda game, which I'm pretty sure I do. And then two, it's still gonna be run even though it's a $70 game, it's gonna still be running on a very lackluster hardware.
true, true, but if I know Nintendo games is that Nintendo, whoever engineers they have working for them, they can do magic. They can make that hardware do things that you wouldn't think possible.
That's what she said.
So, you know, so and the fact that they're gonna make the sky just as, at least I'm assuming that's how we're pitching the game, that the sky is gonna be another area to traverse in all of Hyrule, which is gonna be just as wide open as 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 the world as Hyrule itself. You know, I I bet you that's gonna be a big file, and the Nintendo's probably got got something under the hood to make sure that it runs as smooth as possible.
Man, we need
So
space. We got sky, we got the water, we just need space now.
hey, hey, I'm right there with you for Sci-Fi Zelda. I'm waiting. Like we're just edging like with all the Sheikah technology and the fact that Link is at a tablet in Breath of the Wild. I'm like, look, just admit, just look. Let's just get out of the medieval fantasy and not try to skirt around technology with weird liquid. No, friggin'. Let's go to the future, like go to the far future, year 3000. Have and see the descendants of Zelda and Link, and with their cybernetic augmentations in this futuristic Zelda. At this, like, I'm all for that. Just to see, it could be a one-off thing, it could be a spin-off. I don't care. I just want to see that concept come to life. Or that's it. That's
Let's
it.
just
And
have let's just have Princess Zelda gets taken by space pirates, and then from there,
it just turns
instead
into
of
Metroid.
instead of having a male Link, we should have a female Link, and this female Link will have a power armor that she can then shoot from a cannon that's on her hand. And what the cool thing is that she could turn into a little ball too. That'll be like one of the powers.
Oh. Gil says nothing's changed when they live underwater. Because so it's the Wind Waker sequel everyone asked for that was not on the DS. Oh man, but uh, you know what? Jackson is scheduled 10 o'clock. I think, and I said all I had to say about the Wii and 3DS, and I think it's probably a good time to start close things off. What do you say?
Yep, it's
Look,
definitely
look,
time. I, for some reason, feel very drained.
yeah, it's a good thing I took over. Just so all so I mean, as far as the people though, you probably were asleep for half of what I said. And then when you woke up, like, oh yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. What? You said something about you always getting the wrong console? Okay.
All right. Oh man. Oh, Ghetto says, how about that Flash trailer though? What about the Flash trailer? That's my question. Ghetto, what about it? I didn't even watch it because I have no interest no interest in watching it.
Wait, didn't we say we
However,
were gonna watch it when that one person came in?
no,
No? Oh.
no, we never promised that.
Okay.
Cut to someone showing the exact thing I said. We'll watch it next week.
That or just someone edit. Oh, yeah, someone could just edit it through AIs.
Oh, that's true. Someone could just make AI. Yeah, but no, I mean, the only way I'm gonna watch it the only way if I'm gonna watch it, Ghetto, is the same way that you, me, Jack, Chris, Ryan, and Virgo, the way we all saw Zack Snyder's Justice League, and not anything more.
Hell yeah.
That's the only way
I'm
I
down for
would
that.
watch that. That's the only way I would watch that movie. So without further ado, Jack, go ahead and start with the closing announcements.
All right. Well, so I'd like to thank everyone for the previous stream. I think I forgot to say, heck, I finished Hi-Fi Rush.
Yes.
I finished it.
Dang! If you're more energized, I would have loved to talk to you more about it.
Yeah.
But we already closed it. You know what? I'll
What?
promise this. Next week, let's talk about the game in depth. Since I finished it and now you just finished it, want to know your full thoughts on it.
Well, dude, yeah, that's definitely a good one for the next stream. So,
All right.
uh, I'll have to think up of a new game to put in rotation. I'm just not feeling like putting Batman up in rotation right now. I don't know. It's just like something killed the mood for me. But tomorrow we're gonna be playing more Potionomics. It's of course a fun little game for the nights, especially when I'm just getting off of work. But after that, on Friday, we're gonna be playing the Dead Space original game because fuck it, if I can't play the remake on stream, I'll play the original. I know we tried twice. The first time it was a one shot thing. Second time I really don't remember how I stopped. I literally one day remembered, wait, wasn't I supposed to play the Dead Space game on stream? And ever since then, it's been stuck on my mind. So we're gonna be doing that another go around. Um,
And just right and just to make sure that people are aware, where can people see you play these games, Jack?
so the only place you could see them would be on my Twitch. It's gonna be at Jack Live Streams. That's how you can find it on Twitch. Uh, Man, I really need to figure out if there's a bot where I can be able to put socials and stuff here because that would be nice. But yeah, so please on twitch.tv/Jack Livestreams, you'll be able to find my stuff there. And let's see,
All
I think that's about it. What about you, Hack?
all right. So as always, Spider Blood is still in the works, and so nothing new to update. However, we'll have to hold off on going. Will be the next on my next project because unfortunately, when I was doing minor changes to the YouTube channel last night, I've come to discover that two two Metal Sunday streams have been completely blocked on the channel for, of course, copyright. And so after I finish with Spider Blood, I'm gonna work to see if I can find a way to bring those streams to re-edit those streams to proper videos and bring them back. Because unfortunately, I mean, I enjoyed all the Metal Sundays, but the two peculiar that was blocked had to be the one with my favorite metal band with Dio, and the one where I got to explore a lot of great music with the uh with the with the NWOBHM, New Wave of British Heavy Metal. Try saying that 2 times fast.
New wave
So
of
all of
British heavy metal.
so all of that I'm gonna have to work on as soon as I'm done with Spider Blood, and make those viewable again. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh, and as well, I'm also currently, it is relevant, I am currently rereading uh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure parts 1 and 2. Almost finished with part 1. Currently rereading them because I do have a plan to make a future video um, about the first 2 parts of JoJo. And much as I enjoy the anime, I really gotta familiarize myself with the original manga. And so so I do want to let people know that there is something comic in a way related coming up. And
We
with
still
that,
waiting for you to watch the show for Stone Ocean.
that will come. Look, there's a lot of things. Look, there's a lot of things I have to do. All right, look, I gotta finish the
He's a
Spider-Man
busy
video.
man.
I gotta re-edit two 1 hour long streams. It's February. I've done nothing for Black History Month, and I got the Black Friday show to think about. All right, I just realized that this today. I gotta take this opportunity, get that black on here, on 3 of them, and and I still gotta do that Shenmue 3 stream at some point.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And everything, and I have that albatross is just on me right now, and I'm doing everything I can to ignore it, but it's right there. So yeah, I have a lot on my plate, and
Yes.
I'll be able to get through it once I'm done with Spiders Man. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I have to announce. So go ahead, Jack. Close us off.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming by tonight. We really appreciate it. Again, our socials are up there. They're constantly scrolling for the official Hack Jack show. Twitter, just go at official Hack Jack. And then for my personal Twitter, if you want to see whatever memes I put up or the schedule for my Twitch, it's at Too Lazy to Do Stuff. And of course, finally, if you have a TikTok, I actually changed the name to official Just Jack because I can't really not expect. I can't really put too much more on Hack's plate to make him do more edits for TikTok. So for now, the TikTok is just gonna be my stuff for a bit. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming by, and this is Hack and Jack signing out.
Peace.
I think it was.